And hello YouTube, this is GS Smart, and I'm today on a brand new video for Gaming with GS. Today's video we're taking a look at another easy gold trick, and this is actually going to be an updated version of the 11th gold trick in the 1.0 series. I took a look at the 11th gold trick in the 1.0 series, and I really was not happy with the recording that I did. I really felt like I did a disservice to you guys because it was 45 minutes long of a video, far too long. There were quite a number of dislikes and not many comments at all, so I mean, I really felt bad, and I felt like I needed to do an updated version that isn't so long, that actually explains this a little better and doesn't have me rambling for the entire video and not knowing what the hell I'm doing. So for those of you who already know about this method, it's the Silverwaste method, the vine tooth. If you already know about this method, stick around for the next gold trick that I'm probably gonna release in maybe tomorrow, maybe in 2 days. I'm not sure. I gotta upload some stuff from other channels as well. But if you're new to this, if you've never done Silverwastes, or if you got redirected to this video from the 1.0 version of this video, great, because that's why I'm making this video, to update it and to make it more understandable and comprehensive. So Silverwaste is actually one of the main ways of making gold. It's one of the best ways of making gold because there's a lot of rewards you get from this. Lots of rares you can get, lots of exotics you can also potentially get, and just lots of loot in general. Basically, to get to Silverwaste, you need to go enter from Brisbane Wildlands, and it's gonna be right through here, right there, to Silverwaste, and there's actually an entrance right here. And basically, the main goal of this map is to secure these keeps or these forts, protect them. There's actually 4 of them. And as you see, when they have an orange X over them, that means it's been taken over by Mordrum, and you need to go there and take it back. For example, this right here is secure right now. We have control of this one. We also have control of this one, and we have control of this one. The goal is to basically secure these forts or these keeps, and to keep them so that Mordrum don't take them over. And the secondary goal is to make sure these supply caravans get to these forts so that they can upgrade. If you hover your mouse over these, it says right here, defense level 1. Here we have defense level 3, defense level 2, and this one defense level 0 because we don't own it. The goal of this map is to basically bring defense levels all to the maximum level, which I think is 4. And when that happens, you'll basically be able to go into underground and defeat some Mordrum champions. Each fort will have one of these, which gives you champion bags. And then at the very end, we fight Vinewrath. It's not Vine Tooth. It's I'm getting confused with what's the map called? Vine Tooth is in Auric Basin. Vinewrath, actually. So Vinewrath is right here. And this is a giant boss that gives you tons of loot as well. And after that, we basically go to the labyrinth to collect more of our loot with the key that we get from Vinewrath. Now, the goal is to participate in as many events as possible in this map. You don't just want to stay on one fort, because you can actually participate in this event, then move to this event, then move to this event, and continue circulating. And sometimes you can even tag some enemies to get some credit for escorting some supply caravans. But the more events you participate in, the more loot you get, and the more loot you get, the more money. So you see how I will rotate around the map. I'll do some cuts so you don't need to watch the entire footage. But that's basically the general goal of this map. Now, if you're trying to get to a map here, you'll see on the right side here, this is how far the event is. Once the event goes all the way to the top here, to the end of this bar, that means the event is moving to the next stage, which would be Vinewrath, or well, the champion bosses, and then Vinewrath. So a lot of times in LFG, and LFG is right up here, contacts in LFG, and if you head to the second tab, you're looking for a group. A lot of times here, you'll see Silverwastes VW in progress. Right now, these guys are doing the Vinewrath already. This is generally the main goal. You get most of your loot from Vinewrath. So if you find one of these, you definitely want to join and go to that map. I'm not going to do that because I want to show you guys what happens before Vinewrath. But a lot of times you'll see silver waste 50% or silver waste 70%, 30%. That basically just means it's a silver waste map, and the percentage is how far they are along in this bar. So you want to find one and join it if your map is not empty, or if your map is empty like mine is. I think it's pretty empty. You can actually just type in silver waste and then type in your percentage, and people will start coming to your map slowly. And yeah, it's pretty much that. From there on, you just go to each fort and participate in events. I'm gonna go ahead and cut from here, and I'll meet you guys when I'm at the fort, so I can explain a little bit how you can go to every event in a timely fashion. Now here we are at the first fort. As you see, a caravan is already leaving here, so we can actually escort this one if we want. But basically, what we want to do here is defend this fort until the timer is gone. You see here 47 seconds. Now usually these timers start at around 4 minutes or 5 minutes, and you'll basically have to stand here for 4 or 5 minutes defending the fort. However, if you only stand here for about 30 seconds and kill a few mobs, or stand here for like 45 seconds and kill a few mobs, you can actually, and if there's a lot of people here, if there's nobody here, then it's obviously a bad idea because the fort will be taken over. But usually there's going to be a lot of people here. And what you can then do is stay here for about 45 seconds, kill some stuff, and you can move on to the next fort. As you see, I literally only killed like maybe like what, 2 things probably, and you'll see I actually get event participation. I'll actually get a medal too. So let's see if that works. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and escort this caravan. You see, I got a medal, I got experience, I got karma, and sometimes you'll actually get bandit crests, and sometimes you'll actually also get bags of gear. Let's see if I got any bags of gear this time around. Yeah, I actually got bags of gear. So the higher medal you get, the more reward you'll get. So I guess that sort of incentivizes you to stay for like a minute or so. But in general, you just need to stay for around 45 seconds or so, and then you can move to another event and say, you know, if you want to escort the caravan for a little bit, you can escort it a little bit, go and kill a few things, escort it for about a minute, and then you can move on to the next fort, and you'll see you get credit for a lot of these events that you're only participating partially in. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the next fort here, and as you see, the more that we defend these, the higher this bar will go. And let's just go ahead and kill these, do some damage, and then we're gonna move on to the yellow fort. And you'll see that we will get credit for that caravan event even though we're nowhere nearby. Sometimes you'll see that some of these forts are already protected. One technique to do is go in map chat, and you can ask for timers on the different forts, and someone will tell you, oh, blue keep has like a 2-minute timer, or yellow keep has a 3-minute timer, and then you can decide which fort should I go to first before I go to another fort. So if blue keep, the timer is at 2 minutes, and purple keep, it's at 3 minutes. You see, we just got the event for escorting the caravan even though we're nowhere near the caravan. So if blue keep is at 2 minutes remaining and purple keep is at 3 minutes remaining, then you want to go to blue keep first, and then you'll probably have extra time to go to purple keep. As you also just saw in the center of the screen, it tells you which forts are under attack, and you can basically go to that fort then once you see it's under attack. So having the chat open and checking the timestamps to see when forts are already under attack, you can actually do the math yourself and see which fort is next. So whichever fort is going to pop up next here, that's the one we're going to go to next. As you see, the chat even tells you when we remain control. As you see, the pact remains control of red rock, so that means red keep is already good to go. So right now we're here at yellow keep, and as you see, this one is actually not even taken control of, so you may want to stay here until this is taken control of, unless there's a lot of people here who are participating in this event. Then you can move on to the next one. So I just participated in the capturing of that top fort, which I think was blue fort, and now I'm gonna go here and just attack a little bit. As you see, we have 1 minute remaining to do some damage. If I can find some mobs to do some damage, then we can actually gain credit for this fort. I don't know if these will count. I think these will count. Yeah, these will count. So we're just gonna do some damage here, and then once we kill a few of these, we're gonna go ahead and move on to. We check the chat here. It says that Red Rock has been under attack, so we're gonna go ahead and move to Red Rock so we can gain points and event credit for that as well. I actually didn't finish capturing the top fort, the blue fort. As you see, it's still under attack, but there's a guy there finishing it up. And as you see, we just retook Blue Oasis, which was the top fort. That was Blue Oasis up here. So, as you see, I only did a little bit in Blue Oasis, and I still got credit for it. And we just participated in a yellow fort. Now I'm going to move to red just in time to get credit for that as well. The timer on this is... Sometimes your screen will get filled up here, but the timer on this is still 1 minute. So hopefully we can gain some credit. Maybe we can gain some credit for escorting this guy here as well. Actually, no. That guy's about to die. Timer checking is extremely important in this map because it'll really help you get the most of these events. As you see, we got another event completion for completing the yellow fort, for defending yellow fort. And now we're going to get event completion for completing and defending red fort here. If I wanted to, I can actually already move to Indigo Cave since I did some damage here already. Let's see if I can just attack a few more. Right over here, there's some to attack. See if we can get some hits. Can we get some hits? Okay, we did some damage. And as you see, the map is getting really full with a lot of my party members, so I can keep on going to LFG, and I can keep on re-advertising the group so more people can come in. So now that we took participation in what is this, yellow? No, this is red. We're gonna move up to purple so we can get some credit for Purple Keep as well. And if you see any caravans on the way, you know, tag the caravans a bit, do some damage to some enemies around them, and maybe you can get credit for the caravans as well. Like I said, the more events you participate in, the better your loot gain will be. And as you see, as we're rotating around these keeps, we're managing to make it within under 2 minutes, which is really cool. And we can just keep on rotating around this entire map, do some damage, and keep rotating to get as much loot as possible, and as much event participation as possible. This is also a great way to level up your Tyria mastery points, because a lot of event completions here will give you tons of experience, and because we're basically farming these events, we're actually gaining lots of experience. So if you need to grind some experience for Tyria and you don't want to do that dungeon trick where you go into, I think it's COF, and just constantly kill a bunch of char, if you don't want to do that, then Silverwastes is a bit more interactive. It's a bit more fun to do to level up your why do you want to kick this guy? Okay, I guess. So yeah, Silverwastes is a bit more interactive and a bit more fun to get some of your Tyria mastery experience done. But as you see, we basically rotated from purple, and now we're going to go to blue, and then after that we're going to rotate down to yellow. So hopefully you understand the rotation. I'm not going to go over much more footage about rotations here. I'll see you guys when the champions are ready to spawn and when this bar fills up all the way. Alright guys, so we're about to be done. We have third level defenses, 3 out of 4, so it's actually to level 3, not to level 4. On another note of mastery, since I just talked about that, there's actually a lot of masteries in this. As you see, we just finished the event, and this is the breach event. So now there's going to be a hole in the ground at every fort. If we take a look at the map, well, it doesn't show here because we gotta be nearby. But there's a hole in the ground here by every cape here or fort, and you just jump in, and there's going to be a boss in here as well to kill, a champion actually. And he'll also give you event participation, and he'll give you loot as well. But like I was saying, there's actually a lot of masteries in the Silverwastes and achievements that you can get if you haven't gotten them. If you need to boost up your mastery points in core Tyria, as you see, I have 0 because I've already used a ton of them. I actually finished all the core Central Tyria one. I'm just missing legendary crafting. But if you need more of these points, there's actually lots of achievements for specifically Silverwastes. As you see, there's lots of achievements here for Silverwastes, and a lot of these do give you mastery points, especially the ones that require you to kill the legendary monsters that tend to spawn around the keeps. So if you do this map a lot, you'll actually not only gain gold, and not only gain lots of experience, but you'll also gain mastery points and achievements. So in general, this map is just good for a lot of things, and for lots of farming experience, masteries, pretty much everything that you need. So I'll let you guys know when we're about to finish killing this, so you'll see what the next step is. Alright, so we're just about to kill him, and as you see, we also gain event participation, and you gain chests from these. Sometimes you'll get actually ascended recipes, which are really useful now with a bunch of these new stats. You'll get champion bags, and you'll get nightmare key, which is really useful for the chest near the end of this video. We're gonna go to the chest in the maze. That gives you lots of rare loot. 3 bags of rare loot, which easily there is around near to 1 gold already, and more champion bags as well, and Bandit Crests, which I'll go over in just a little near the end of the video as well. Now, once you have it completed, you want to find the exit here. If you don't exit here, you're gonna die in here because it'll end up killing you eventually. And you'll see that all the other keeps also killed theirs. Sometimes if you have time, you can actually go to a second keep and participate in another event, but I rarely have time to do 2 bosses of these. So most of the time you're just going to be able to do 1 champion from 1 keep. Some people are able to do 2 sometimes if they're fast enough, but I'm not. And basically here you have a timer here then, and in 2 minutes the main event starts, where here Vinewrath is. Essentially you want to pick a lane here. I tend to go to the bottom lane since it's the first lane that goes in, and pretty much after that I can just can either help the other lanes go in, or I can just sit around and clear my inventory and open my stuff if I want to do that, or sell some stuff, or make some room in my inventory. But essentially each lane's gonna go in and fight the Vinewrath, and you'll get another sometimes you'll get you actually get another key from the main chest. It's gonna be a big chest here, so when you finish killing this thing, you'll actually be teleported out. You won't be able to get your loot yet because the other lanes have to go in. Now be aware, you can only go in this thing 1 time. So just pick a lane, go into it once, and then wait for the other lanes to continue. And after that, go back inside. When all the other lanes are done, go back inside, because there are going to be chests here for you to pick up. The first time I did this, I didn't pick up my chest because I thought, oh, that was it. But there was actually a chest there. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a lane, and when the event starts, I'll record a little bit so you guys can see what it's like. And when we fight the boss, I'll show you guys as well. Now, while I was making my way here, I actually found a lost bandit chest. And this is something you can actually use your keys on. If you remember, we actually got lots of keys here. Where are keys? Did we get skeleton keys somewhere? You can open these piles of sand to get some of this valuable coarse sand. Actually sells for a lot. But you also get bandit keys. I don't think I have any, do I? Or I can't see them right now. Yeah, I don't have any bandit keys. But basically, the crests and the main event started. I'll be there in a second. I just want to explain to you guys real quick. You'll get a lot of these bandit crests, and bandit crests are right here. 1,797 bandit crests. Now with these crests, you can buy bandit crest keys. You can buy skeleton keys, actually. You can buy skeleton keys with these crests. And with these keys, you can then open these lost bandit chests. And in here, once again, there's lots of champion bags you can get, and these chests are all over the map. So there's actually going to be some in the boss room here. So I'm going to go ahead and go back and quickly buy some keys, because I do want to show you guys how you open them. And now somebody's attacking us. So let me just quickly kill these. We'll be back in time for the event, because if the middle row goes in first, we'll still be in time to catch the... I mean, if the bottom row goes in first, we'll be in time still to catch the middle or the top. Alright, so here's the vendor where you can turn in your bandit crests, and hasn't loaded obviously, but as you see, I have almost 2,000 bandit crests. A lot of things you can buy here. Some of these are required for ascended crafting, some of these are required for skins and for different things, but essentially you can buy bags of gear too. But you want to buy these bandit keys right here. I mean, yeah, these bandit skeleton keys. And you can buy them by pieces of 5 or by ones. I'm just going to buy 10 of them. I think that should do. And these bandit keys, you can actually use them for the bandit chests and for the chest farm. And the chest farm is basically another great way to make gold. It's probably the best way to make gold in the entire game. It's after this event. I actually have a video on the chest farming, which I think that video is a bit more comprehensive. So if it is, I'll link in the description, and I'll link it in an annotation and a card on screen right now. But these keys you'll basically need to open chests for the chest farm. You'll notice that we also did get shovels. And shovels are just so you can help out with digging up the chests, because you do need to dig up chests to get them. But if you don't have any shovels, don't worry, because lots of people have these, so you can just join the chest farm and then just tag along. And as people will dig them up, you can use your keys to open them. But that's the story behind the keys and the shovels. For more information, check out the chest farming video that I'm going to be linking anyway. So let's go ahead and see if we can make it back to the main boss event, which is right here. Hopefully we can still make it. I don't think anybody's gone in yet. So I'll meet you guys there when I run over there. Alright, so we made it just in time for the... right now, the middle lane is in fighting Vinewrath. Now, this event right here, each lane has a similar event. You basically just want to escort a siege carrier. The other events have a similar event. It's a little different, but essentially it's almost the same. I know that the bottom event ends the quickest, and they just have to escort a little carrier that basically explodes or shoots the vines, and they basically explode. So the bottom event tends to be going a lot quicker and is a lot easier. But essentially they're all the same. It's just escorting something and killing stuff around and staying alive. That's basically it. So once we get inside, and note you don't get any loot for this, but you do gain event participation. But once I get inside, I'll show you guys how the boss fight is, and I'll show you where the chest is. And then we're gonna do the maze real quick, and that should be it for this video. I think we're doing good on time. I know it's not 40 minutes like it was last time. So that's good. I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so we're about to go in. The second lane just finished, and if you stick around for all the lanes to do their job, you actually gain event progression, and you gain more loot as well, because the event will reward you with a chest. I just got a chest for middle lane completing, even though I wasn't even part of it, because I guess I helped like defeat some stuff. But we're about to go in. Hopefully I don't die right before I go in, because my health is pretty low. Alright, so there we go. The path is open, and there's the giant boss. That's the one you want to kill. And since we're the last lane, I don't think we're gonna get teleported out, which is good, because I don't want to get teleported out. But essentially, if you're squishy like me, you just want to stay in the back and just throw fireballs and lightning bolts. That's it. I'll meet you guys when we're about to kill this boss, and I'll show you the loot from it, and then what's next. Alright, so we're about to kill the boss. He's very low. And should be dead. There we go. And upon completing that, a little cutscene goes for every lane. The same cutscene. And we basically get 2 more chests, which gives us more bags of gear, more champion bags, and more bandit crests. And then here is the giant box, which I already picked up automatically because I have auto loot enabled. Now here you see around the area there's lost bandit chests. You want to go ahead and open these with your keys, and you basically get silky sand, which you can double click to get more loot. You get lumps of raw amberite, which you can sell. You gain some materials, you gain champion bags, and dragonite ore. Sometimes you'll get other ascended materials. But that's basically what we're going to be doing here, just getting these lost bandit chests that people are digging up. They're always in the same spot, so that's why everyone's just here. And I don't think there's any more. There's also a hero challenge there if you need to get it. And then from here on, there's actually a champion train. It's a very short champion train that's basically just going east, southeast down to the maze. So just follow the entire group. They're basically gonna run through the champions. There's like 3 or 4 of them, and they'll give you more champion bags. So that's pretty much the event. The last part is just a maze, but the entire event takes around 30 minutes or so. Around 30 to 40 minutes, depending on how fast your map is. And you tend to make a good 10, 12, 13 gold, which is very good, especially since that's the same amount that you'd be making in about 3 hours with the world boss train. So if you add this to your routine of gold methods, you actually make a lot of money if you do this like once every day at least. And this is repeatable, so you can constantly get lots of loot. You can do this all day if you want, and you could make tons of money. As I said, we just got a champion there, and we're just following the entire group here. I think there's 3 champions. Next champion's up ahead, and we're just heading south to the maze, which is the last part where you open the giant chest with your nightmare keys. So see you guys when we're done these champion killings, and when we're at the maze. Alright, so we just finished all the champions. And now we're heading south to the maze. And that's gonna be right here. There should be a tunnel that we can jump into. Right here it is. And if you enter the tunnel here. Now for the maze, if you don't know how to get to the maze, if you don't know how to get through the maze to the main chest, it's very easy. You just go straight. But if you don't know, you can always follow the crowd. They're all going to the same location here. You can also run around and collect pods on the floor. If you want to run through the maze and collect pods, you can do that. But essentially, you want to get to the middle. So here's the entrance to the maze. Like I said, you have to be a flower, so collect these things. That way, the ghosts don't eat you. Otherwise, the ghosts will eat you and you will die. So just collect these flowers to stay as a flower. Like I said, if you want to run around and collect pods on the floor, you can do so. You just gotta go up to them, press F. But essentially, you want to get to the middle here, and once we get up here, there's the Greater Nightmare pod, and here's where we're gonna be using our key. As you see, we have 2 of them, so we can actually open this twice. And here, you actually gain lots of champion bags. We even got an Ascended right there. And did they remove champion bags? Do you not get champion bags from these anymore? Oh, you do. Okay, you still do. And we can open it a second time. And we'll basically get the exact same thing. Probably just different items. There we got a rare, and we got more champion bags. And that's pretty much Silverwastes there. I mean, from here on, you can basically open up all your bags, sell in the corner here. As you see, we got 2 of these champion bags. We got 3 bags of rare gear. We have plenty of these 19 bags here. We have another bag of rare gear. And so yeah, we actually have 21 of these, not 2 of these. We have 21 of these. So if you open up all this stuff, I'm not going to open it all because my inventory is going to overflow. But essentially, when you open all this stuff, you'll see you get tons of loot. And when you sell all this, you'll definitely make at least minimum 10 gold. I usually always make a minimum 10 gold here. We even got this exotic, which sells for, I think... How much does this sell for? Probably not a lot. It doesn't look like it sells for a lot. Yeah. I figured. Half a gold. That's pretty much it. Silverwastes. Hopefully you understood the video. I hope it was a little more straightforward than the other video, which took 40 minutes to explain. I hope it's not that long as this one is. But if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you have any questions or comments, any confusions, go ahead and give a comment in the comment section. I'll definitely be down there answering your questions. Plenty of other gold guides on the channel. Plenty of more Guild Wars 2 content coming in the future as well. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so. We'd really appreciate it. And I would love to welcome you aboard the channel. That's pretty much for this video. Thank you for watching as always. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. I hope that this video helped you out in any way. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It'll really help me out. If you didn't like it, you can leave a comment below as well and give some feedback. If you have any other comments or questions, please leave them in the comments as well. And I usually try my best to answer those comments within the next 24 to 48 hours, depending on how busy I am. I also have plenty of other content on my channel about different gaming tutorials, as well as general gaming videos for Guild Wars 2, League of Legends, Minecraft, and any others that you may be interested in. So if you're interested in that type of stuff, check it out. And if you like what you see, you can subscribe too. Would really appreciate it. You can also check out my other channels and social medias as shown on the screen right now. And with that, thank you so much, everyone. And this is GS Man Smart, and I'll be back sooner than you think. Don't go anywhere.